What's happening, beautiful people? My name is Dirty Mike and welcome back to the journey where I'm building different squads. We're jumping into divisional matches as well as some tournament play, and I can drop some feedback on which teams, which squads, which players really stand out and they perform exceptionally well, and then other guys that they're a little bit subpar. They're not worth the value, they're not worth the investment. And in today's video I've got a hybrid mix between the youngest players in FIFA 14 from England as well as the Netherlands domestic league. And before we get started, if you guys are looking to purchase coins, make sure to check out the FIFA UT coin store. Really safe and easy way to get all your coinage, and the links will be in the description below. With this squad, I'm going to be playing the 4-3-3 formation in the third setup, which includes a couple CDMs as well as a center midfielder. And I'm hoping to catch my opponents on counterattacks. Whenever you're playing a couple CDMs, that's your goal. We've got a left wing, we've got a right wing, we have a striker. And I've got decent pace on the wings. Unfortunately, something I noticed almost right away with this team is you lack class finishing. You don't have guys that are very comfortable in front of the net. They're not natural. They're not goal poachers. And it's going to come into play when you're matched up against some really good opponents or things just aren't going your way. And something that's been bothering me a little bit, and I'm not one to complain, is the matchmaking system so far in Ultimate Team. EA took so much pride and they made it a huge point all over Twitter and their early write-ups about the game. Their matchmaking system is fixed. That from now on, when you make squads in Ultimate Team, you'll be matched up against teams that are similar to your squad. And that's not the case, as you're going to see in this video. Ooh, banging down the post. And we get a nice little rebound there. Buffon was all over the place. As you're noticing in this video, and it will continue, every team I get matched up against is basically an all-gold rare squad. And I have a team full of bronze, silver, and just a couple gold players. So there's a huge discrepancy. Nice skill move there. And Bennett puts it just wide of the post. And that's a good example of not having natural finishers. And it would be great with the next gen coming up ASAP. It's coming soon. If you guys could drop a comment, let me know. Are you more interested in the PS4 or the Xbox One? Which console are you picking up? And who are your favorite young players? Because there's a lot of them. And I know I've included a squad here with a lot of English guys and of course the domestic Netherlands league. But there's so many. And whether you're playing around in some of the lower leagues or even the BPL or the Serie A or the Spanish league, the La Liga, there's so many different players that are young and they're trying to get on that come up. They want to make things happen. They're hungry, and I'm always looking for new bronze and silver players that really excel at the next level. And we get tackled. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Damn it. I hate when you miss easy finishes. It usually comes back to bite you in the butt. But let's talk about this team. Up front, we've got Bennett from Derby County. We can see the stupid goal. And there's nothing special about this guy. He's a 61 striker. He's got okay pace, 3-star weak foot, 3-star skill moves. I just wanted to try him out. And I think if you're trying to have any sort of credibility in the community, you want to be a reliable source for information, you got to use players that are good as well as players that are a little bit suspect. How can I give you a solid opinion if I haven't used guys that are on each side of the fence? The guys that are exceptional and they're outstanding and they are better than the majority of people in the world at footy as well as FIFA, and then the vice versa where you got guys that are on the come up or they're just getting into the pro ranks and they're just not up to par. So we're looking at the gold all the way down to the bronze players. I can't believe we didn't get an equalizer in that game. We lost 2-1. That's my first real loss. As you guys may remember, I froze, and that's how I picked up my first unfortunate situation. I hate the freezing. Then we have Sterling as my left winger and Bakali as my right winger. I would say that he's pretty close to a silver beast. I think I'd prefer him as a right midfielder as opposed to a winger, just because he's 5'5". I hate using players that lack any sort of size. It reminds me of using Bernard, who I know some people really do enjoy playing with in FIFA, but for me, he does not fit the bill. He's just too tiny. Oh my goodness, look at the breakdown. The breakdown was beautiful there down the wing, and that's why I want him as a right midfielder. Unfortunately, we just didn't finish, didn't have that extra oomph. And the play continues. More problems with finishing. I don't really need to talk about Sterling that much. I think everybody's familiar with what he's capable of. Good at skill moves, okay off foot, very pacey, but lacks the ability to score goals. And in the midfield, we have Lawrence, who is a bronze player that I wanted to throw into the mix. Just try out somebody different. And you never know who's going to show up and play great and which guys are kind of going to flop under pressure. It's kind of a toss-up, and that's what makes Ultimate Team so interesting, as we have a 0-0 full match. That makes me angry. Then we have Hughes. I thought Hughes was incredible. Very good center midfielder. Another guy from Derby County. Nothing negative to say. I guess he didn't show out in terms of being a silver beast, but he was consistent. I knew what I was going to get out of him. Look at this squad I'm up against. Then we have Mayher from the PSV, the domestic Netherlands. A lot of these players are actually from PSV, and he's actually a center attacking midfielder naturally, but I wanted to try out somebody out of position. Maybe he would leak into the attack. You never know unless you try new things. And at my left back, we've got Luke Shaw, who I think is great. If you haven't tried out this guy, give him an opportunity. I know he's involved in the FIFA community, so a lot of people have a good idea who Luke Shaw is, even if you don't watch the BPL. Next to him, we have Lascelles. I might be saying that incorrectly. He's a bronze. I thought that he performed better than most bronze center backs. Nothing to knock him on. And then we have, what is this? Rakic. I'm sorry if I'm butchering his name. I really struggle with some of these guys, and he's not cheap either. People have figured out that he is better than most center backs in the game, especially in terms of the silvers. He is on point. Then we have Josh Brennett. I liked using him as well. So pacey, and he seems to excel very quickly. And I mean, I'm talking about acceleration here. When a through ball was over the top, he was on it. And he was just like white on rice, and he was catching up to everything. Aubameyang with just a disgusting finish. Ooh, I love the animations. I love them for the shooting. I can't stress that enough. And we are 13, 4 draws, and a couple losses. As I said, one of them was a freeze. Vanderhart in goal was what you expect from a silver keeper. He's going to give you some love, and he's going to drop some balls here and there. So if you enjoyed the video, make sure to drop a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and follow me on Twitter at Mikeson9USA. I have a lot more content coming for you ASAP.